Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to another solo leveling Arise video. And this is going to be a late starter guide. If you have heard a lot about solo leveling Arise already, but if you haven't started until now but willing to explore, then probably this guide is going to help you. So I'll be covering out the most important things of this game from a very top level point of view. I won't be delving too details because there is a lot to know about this game. There's a lot, so we'll get really slow. So first thing first, if you are downloading the game in your PC or mobile device, after installing and logging with your account, you will see something like this, a screen like this. However, your main character Jin-Ho, he is not going to be looking like this. He is going to be wearing a different set of uniform because you actually need to level up and get those outfit and get those benefit. Level up in this game is a big deal. So of course you need to, first thing first, you need to start play the stories. Okay, start playing the stories. There is a lot of stories, and they also have different type of difficulty as well. So try to play the story as much as possible. If you play, it will unlock you a lot of features. And of course, as a new player, when you start playing, you will not be able to progress straight away. You will have to take certain pause. For example, at around chapter 5 or 6 you will be stuck, then go back, then play these sub stories. They will also give you a lot of exp. And guys, this exp and the account level of your entire account, and also there's a thing called reputation. This is also associated with your account level and your progression. This is very important. This is way more important than any other game, because this will give you so much benefit and so much potentials. So how to do it? First of all, play the stories, and of course another most important thing is going to be activity funds. This will give you a lot of exp and many important materials. One of them is going to be gold. And one thing I must tell you, that resources are kind of very important in this game. You would like to save your resources as much as possible. So try to level up only limited amount of characters and limited amount of weapons and whatever you have for leveling up. So try to claim this thing as often as possible. If you are spending in this game, you will get a special fund that will increase the output even more. So of course in the corner you will see this drop down that will give you the access to daily missions. This is going to be the daily missions, and this is going to be the weekly missions. Pay attention to weekly mission as well, because for example in this week I kind of failed to do this task, and as a result I'm going to miss out huge amount of rewards. So try to put focus on your dailies. Dailies are very easy. You just have to play certain missions. You just have to do a little bit of easy tasks like leveling up hunters and so on, and as a result this task is going to be done. So let me just level up this hunter. All right, and our daily task is completed, and the other remaining tasks are simply playing different type of missions, which I'm going to show you a little bit later. But first of all, let me just claim these things, and you don't have to tap anywhere. The rewards are going to be automatically claimed. Now you'll see that I have completed certain tasks, and I have kind of usually I will avoid certain tasks. For example, today I have completed, but usually these tasks that says attempt artifact enhancement 10 times, this one I will not do it, because this one will take a lot of resources and you don't even know which artifact is going to you have to level up. So disregard these tasks altogether, this one, and play other missions and stuff. Your days are done. Before I get into the character development and how to make the character strong, let me show you a couple of important game mode that you would like to play. Of course, story you have to play. This one is the story that we talked about before already. No excuse. Another important mission is going to be gates. Probably the most important game modes in this entire game. All you need to do is to progress. Depending on your progress, you will be in different tires. For example, right now I am in tire 27, but whenever you are going to start, you will be around some low tires. So try to play as much as high tiers as possible to get the better rewards. There will be different type of ranks. You can either play, you need certain keys. The game will provide you certain free keys on a daily basis. 15 keys you will get. You can either fight or you can also auto clear, that is sweep. You can do this sweep option. However, it has certain limitations. Sometimes it will acquire certain power level of your characters that you have to upgrade, otherwise you cannot do it. However, there will be certain low ranked dungeons hopefully that will allow you to sweep with this free sweep thing, and also you will get free. If you paying in the game, you will get some free sweeps. However, never ever use these essence stones to sweep. Don't do that, guys. It will create a bad habit and it will create a big problem about saving essence stones, which is very important. Now when you do enough amount of clearing this thing, go to this gate mining that will be behind my head. Let me remove my head and let me show you. This one is the gate mining. So tap on it, and here you need to actually send this characters to certain missions, kind of dispatch mission thing, and they will come back with rewards after certain amount of time. Never ever try to complete this thing instantly by using essence stone. This is a very bad idea. Another important mission is going to be, let's go back, and encore mission which is also going to be a part of the dailies. However, the main benefit is going to be artifacts, and I'm going to show you that artifact is going to be one of the most powerful and important item in this game that you will need to actually upgrade the characters and their stats. So in the artifact, these are the sections, these are the items that you need to add to your characters, and this encore dungeon, encore missions is going to give you that based on tiers. The higher you go, the better will be the rewards. There are different bosses because there are 4 type of artifacts for each character, and each of them is going to give you limited. For example, this section is only going to give you the pieces with boot pieces. This one is known as a boot piece, and it will also give you the hand pieces. All right, but if you go to this boss will give you head pieces and also jacket or body armor pieces. So different boss will give you different pieces, and you actually need to complete all of them to actually get your entire set of artifacts. All right, that's the most important thing. Now, to complete more stories and to actually fight in different other game modes, you need to level up your characters, right? So let's talk about the characters, and you can access your characters simply with just by going to this manage team section, and in this drop down it will allow you to combine different hunters and different fighters to create different teams, and there is a lot to know. First of all, there are 2 type of characters in this game. First one is Jin-Ho. He is alone in his own type. There is a lot of features available in his kit. There's a lot of customization you can do. And there are the second type of character which is known as hunters. These are the hunters. They're kind of totally different. They also have the skills and artifacts like Jin-Ho, but they have kind of less customization, especially in the skill department. So let's talk about Jin-Ho especially first. If you tap on his kit, you will see a lot of skills. It might be a little bit confusing, but if you observe it carefully, there are 3 different type of skills. First one is the basic skills. You can add the basic skills. Second one is QTE skills, and third one is the ultimate skill. All of them is customizable, and if you tap on this basic button, basic tab, it will take you to the tab where you can actually add this basic skill. So as you can see, skill number 1, skill number 2, and ultimate skill. You can just simply tap on this and add any skill that you would like. Honestly, all of them are really great, but there are certain skills that will give you certain abilities. For example, this one, for example, that says break. This type of skill is going to help you to break the shield of the boss. Most of the enemies or many of the strong enemies in this game is having a lot of shields. There's a small little bar behind their HP, just underneath of their HP, and you need to break through their shields, and these sort of skills are going to help a lot. So you will learn a lot when you deep dive into the skill department, but for this video I'll just keep it brief. For example, I'll just tell you that what type of skill I'm equipping. For example, I added this multi-strike, vertical arts, and I just added this mutilate. This mutilate is currently I am using. This is a very strong skill, one of the strongest skill. So I'm currently using mutilate as my basic skill. So if you tap on your skill number 1 and tap on mutilate, for example, you can equip it. Currently it is equipped already, so I cannot really show you, but you can just equip any other skill as well. Let me equip this one, and see, the skill has been changed, but probably I don't want this one. I want mutilate. So let's go ahead, equip it first. Let's equip the skill. Now the skill is equipped. Now you can see there is also a thing called rune. You can also add these runes, and these runes are basically going to give a lot of property to your skills. For example, this rune is going to give you this darkness damage. This is the darkness symbol. But if you add this rune, which I don't own currently, it will add you water effect. So the same skill can be used as a darkness damage dealing skill, or water damage dealing skill, or nothing. For example, if you add this rune, it will just simply do the physical damage and no elemental damage at all. And as you can see, there's a small little symbol behind with this rune. That means that you can actually use the charging effect with this skill. This skill has a charging skill effect. You can charge this skill and do a lot of damage. So this is how you add the skills. So in skill number 2, currently I am using this one because this one is actually having break, and I kind of explained that break is going to help to break the meter or the shield of the boss. So you can experiment with different type of skill. Honestly, nothing doesn't really matter too much. Each and every skill is going to be very strong, and after equipping these skills, you can of course level them up. For example, if you tap on this skill, you need to tap on this. Just go to your, you need to go to your skill, tap on your skill. For example, I would like to upgrade my ultimate skill. You see there are 2 options for ultimate skill: darkness obliteration and also truth mutilate. So currently truth mutilate is so let's preview these skills. This one, very powerful skill, by the way. I really like it. However, the one that I like most is this one. This is insane skill. So I would like to level this skill up. All right, so let's level this skill up, and it will do more damage. As usual, you can see that percentages are going to increase, but however, the materials that you will need are kind of rare. So that's why you need to pay a lot of attention before you actually upgrade any skill or anything in this game. Just go as much as possible without upgradation if it is possible. Just go ahead. Otherwise, be selective when you are upgrading. So that's the thing about the skills. Now, artifacts is another thing that you can add to your character, especially Sang Jin-Ho or any other character. Hunters, you can also add artifacts to the hunters. There are different type of artifacts. There are different tiers of artifacts: legendary, rare, epic. There are different names also. There are different type of combination, and each and every artifact is having in total 6 pieces. In total 4 pieces, and you can actually add 2 pieces to get the 2-piece effect. For example, this set is having this 2 set effect by critical rate increase 8%, but 4-piece effect is going to increase critical hit damage by 32%. So I'm currently using 2-piece, so I'm getting this 2-piece effect. So I kind of combined a lot of sets to get all of these effects. Either you can combine them or you can use 4 sets of the same group. That's also possible. But one thing you need to keep in your mind that percentages or these uh, stats, you see different artifact is having different stats. For example, this one is a legendary artifact, but the stats are additional defense penetration, damage increase, 601 flat stat, defense percentage. But this one on the other hand, it is a rare artifact, but look at these effects: attack percentage huge, critical rate, and also HP percentage. But attack percentage, this percentage that is on the top, that is kind of in a colored text, this one matters the most. So whenever you see any artifact with this attack percentage on the top field, consider that this is going to be the most important one. And don't hesitate to level up this, because if you level this up, this percentage is going to grow even more. If I level up this artifact, if you go to enhance, you can use certain materials, and let's just enhance this to more tires. Let's see the attack percentage is going to increase. Let's wait for it. It is kind of a very resource consuming, by the way. You need a lot of materials, and if you are especially F2P, don't level up your artifacts way too much, because it will cost a lot of resources. Look, and now look at this. My attack percentage has been increased from 11 to 14. That's a lot. So this is why this percentage matters a lot. However, it is always very hard to get this sort of percentages. And also another type of percentage, you will see darkness damage or any sort of elemental damage. This also might help if you are using this particular element as your main element. That means in your weapon. So let's talk about the weapon. So in the artifacts, we talked about the artifacts. Let's talk about the weapon, and the weapon is going to determine what is going to be the main element. For example, right now I'm using this weapon, demonic plume flower sword. The main element is darkness, it is going to deal darkness element. And the other weapon that I'm using is an SR weapon. Is going to deal fire weapon. This is my secondary weapon. So the first slot is always going to be the primary weapon. Whenever you are going to start the battle, the character is going to automatically start using this weapon. However, you can actually change this weapon also. During the battle, there is a certain key that you can allow you to change. You can of course usually do the level up thing. If you tap on this, you can increase the skills, you can do the level up. However, you will need a lot of these materials, and you can either craft them by go to craft options. Let's craft some of these. 1, 2. Look at this. We are needing a lot of this advanced mana crystal, which is kind of really. Let's craft 3 of them. Now let's go back and let's see if we can level up this one. Skill level up. Now we can increase the skill level up. Now there are different skills, and you need to understand which skill you would like to level up. For example, this one is basic attack, this one is core attack, and this one is going to be the plume flower effect. So depending on your playing style and what type of damage you would like to do, level up your exact skill. For example, I would like to use a lot of basic attack these days, because to defeat the enemies, basic attack is very important. However, there this core attack, which is also going to be very important. So try to determine, eventually you would like to level up all of these skills at some point. So let me level up this basic attack for now, and definitely I'm going to level up all of these as much as possible. But as I showed you that resources are extremely rare, and there is a lot of things that you would like to consider. So try to go really slow. That's my point. Limit break is another thing that you can maximum do up to level 5. However, you can add a lot of stars. The more weapons you have, the more star you will have. Unfortunately, it is going to be very hard to get. Okay, That's the weapon. That's the thing we can do with the weapon. Now let's talk about the hunters. For the hunters, you can usually do the same level up things, and depending on your total account level, you can progress with the level of your hunters. You can also do the advancement thing. For that, you need to have extra copies. Fortunately, I have a copy, so I can show you. Look at this, amazing. Each and every of these copies are going to unlock a lot of features and a lot of abilities of these characters. And also you can increase this part, that is the growth upgradation. You will use these sort of materials, which is very rare, and you need to be very selective before upgrading your characters. So since although I am having these materials, I'm not going to do this upgradation. Rather try to use the character specific weapons. If you are having, this is how you can proceed. And of course there are different type of characters. SSR are the best characters. You would like to invest your main resources behind these SSR characters, so try to save up a lot of resources before you proceed further. Now let's talk about the weapons of these characters. And honestly, weapon in this game is kind of easy to get. There are multiple ways to get the weapons. First of all, you can get them by summoning in the banner, of course, but that's kind of RNG, you know that. But there is an option called crafting that I'm going to show you right now. If you go to this crafting, you can actually craft any weapon of any character. However, you cannot craft any weapon for Jin-Ho. Okay. Also, the game will provide you free weapons, but that depends on the events. For example, right now the event is going on for this character, and we are getting weapons, free weapons, from the login event and some different other events. But for other characters, for example, I would like to create a SSR weapon for this guy. I can actually craft this thing in this way. For that, I will need some of this fire mana power crystal and some of these things, which is known as hunter exclusive weapon design. You will need 4 of them to advance from to craft 1 copy, and you need 8 of these things. How to get it? There are many ways to get it. Either you have to play Battlefield of Time, or you can go to a weapon material exchange, or you can use this mana power crystal chest, which is probably a paid item. But let me just use this thing. 1 2 3 4. Let's get 4 of them. Now I need 1 more. Okay, I need 1 more. So let's open up another chest. We need to be very careful about these resources, guys. So now we are ready, and these things you will get by playing different stories and completing different tasks. These are entirely free. So let's grab this weapon. Look at this. This is so good. SSR grade weapon, totally crafted entirely for free, and we can do this thing multiple amount of time. That means we can upgrade this weapon, get more copies based on our achievement, and get multiple stars and upgrade these weapons. This is so good. Now let me go to the character and equip this weapon and show you the upgradation of the weapon. So let's go to, for example, let's just say stories. Okay, let's just press anywhere, and we go to a team that has Choi, and we're gonna add this weapon, this brand new weapon that I have just added. Wow, this is so good. This is so good, guys. Now let's upgrade this, and you will need this sort of materials, which is not too hard to get, but the problem is it will take time to farm these things, because there is no stamina in this game, but there are keys and they are kind of limited. And of course, for limit break, you need to have these sort of kind of rare items. Let's do the limit break. 40. Now I would like to level up it once again. Another time level up, and we would like to do another limit break. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of this item, but let's see if we can get this thing. You can see we have melding cube selection chest. The game will provide you this chest, and this you can select items based on their elements. For example, this guy is a fire damage dealer, so you need fire melting cubes. So let's collect some of these. Let's collect 10 of them. Okay, now we can do the limit break. You don't need too much actually, 60, then we can proceed. I think 2 more tires, because currently 100 is the highest level. All right, we need more of these. Let's get it. We have a lot, so let's get them. By the way, you will need a lot of golds too. You need a lot of golds too. So let's upgrade the weapon to now. I think I cannot really push to more levels because I'm out of my resources, guys. As you can see that resources are very rare. But this level up will provide a lot of usability for this character or any character. So let's level up and let's upgrade this part. And as I said that, only be selective about this thing, this special part. And since this guy is one of my top damage dealers, I have an SSR weapon, I can without any hesitation invest behind this character and upgrade these abilities. This will make him even stronger. Look at the increase of attack and every other stats. We can do it multiple times. But as you can see, it will need a lot of resources. Let's do it once again. He's a great character, by the way. Okay, now I'm going to stop. Although I have resources, but I'm going to stop right now. Probably I would like to farm a lot more before I can go ahead. So as you can see, power level and everything is going to be increased by this. So we talked about Sang Jinwoo, we talked about these hunters. Now what is this? This is called Shadow. What is Shadow? Shadow is basically the enemies that you are going to defeat in the story. For example, the first shadow you will get after playing this, I think chapter 9. Chapter 9 or chapter 8. No, sorry, chapter 7 actually. The Protector of Thorn. This is the first place where you will be defeating Igris, and finally you can claim him as your companion. Not only your companion, but it will help your teammates too. Now let's talk about this shadow a little bit, because there are different ranks of these shadows. Okay, not all of them are same. For example, if we go to the team, you see that this shadow is the shadow of Igris. This is an S ranked shadow, a very powerful shadow. You can also add more shadows. If you tap on manage shadows, you can see that you can unlock more shadows, and for that you need to have these traces of shadow, which is also very rare, and you can only get them by playing Enter Gate. And not only gate, but only rare gates will give you these resources. So you have to be very careful about it. Very careful about it. Don't waste this thing. So for what I did, I kind of unlocked this guy. Now I can level up this guy as well. These materials are kind of easy to farm, that is the level up materials. So instead of unlocking multiple shadows, I think it is important to unlock one shadow and level him up, because there will be future shadows. And right now all of these shadows that you can see are not S ranked. Future shadows, probably they will add S ranked shadows. So let me upgrade this guy, and you will be able to get these materials from once again playing gates. So this is very important. So level him up and he will get some stat, of course. And now I think he's reached max level. So that's the max level you can get by upgrading these shadows. Now of course you can, these skills, there are different type of skills, shadow skills, but you cannot really upgrade them. So this is the shadow I have added, and I will be waiting for more shadows. So you can just tap him and form team, the shadow will be added. There are 2 more slots, but you don't have to worry about it right now. So these are the shadows, and this is the entire team. All right, this is how you get the team done, and you play the stories and you proceed further. couple of other things that you need to consider that about the banners. There are two banners. First one is the ongoing banner. This one is updated after 15 days or so. SSR level characters are available, but there is no guarantee. However, the rate is pretty good and the rate will keep going up. If you keep pulling, the rate will keep going up. However, there's a possibility to get a lot of things. You can get the main fighter, you can also get other SSR fighters, you can get SR fighters, you can get Sang-Jin weapons. Sang-Jin weapons is not really bad deal, it's very good to have. But be cautious that you will need 20,000 of this main currency that is known as essence stones to actually finish one PT entire 80 pulls. You might get the main character, you might also get garbage. It is also possible. There is another banner which is known as the custom banner, and they are going to add the latest fighters, all the latest fighters in the custom banner. And this currency is kind of F2P. You will be able to get a lot of these currencies by playing different game modes and events. Especially stories will also help you a lot. But in any ways, you would like to save a lot of currencies, because the main buff or the main strength of this character mainly comes from multiple stars. But as a new player, start slow, keep grinding, play the dailies, play different game modes as much as possible, try to progress and finally unlock all of these game modes. As you can see, I haven't unlocked all of them. I'm still trying to push further, and I'll do it, of course, as soon as possible. So that was my basic guide about this game. Honestly, there's a lot of things to cover, and I would like to create specific guides on different other topics, because each and every topic I believe deserve different focuses. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you, and don't forget to support the content, support the channel, and I'll see you soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.